And as you can see behind me, there are remnants of the 20-foot-long beetle sculpture that's still burning up. We are here live off of Highway 1416 in Box Elder, where a train-car collision crash just happened. Students have a variety of hands-on activities to try, such as laparoscopic surgery, which I'm attempting to do right now. Oh, got it, nailed it, candy gone. The volunteers at Shift Garage donate thousands of hours of their time so that people in a bind can have a reliable ride. And horses like Merle here help riders develop many skills. Foster families might take in children for a short amount of time, but they have a huge impact on their lives. One Spearfish woman has opened her home and heart to foster children for the last 18 years.
Daddy cake! Daddy cake! Cake treats now.
Paula Culver has 6 children of her own and 15 grandchildren, but for the last 18 years, more than 80 children called her mom. She and her husband are foster parents. How does it feel knowing that you and your husband are providing a stable environment for these kids?
It means the world to us. We do so little for them that what they give us is so much greater than what we would ever be able to give to them. And so they've changed our life in so many ways.
The cat says meow.
Children in foster care usually don't have a familiar family member to take them in. Culver's job is to make them feel wanted.
You are not a mistake. You are beautiful, you are desirable, and you can do anything you want.
Last year, nearly 1,600 children required foster care in South Dakota, but just 826 foster families were available. For children in the foster system, life can be frightening.
Either being removed from the home is trauma, then being removed from your school is trauma, maybe being removed from your siblings is trauma, and it's all, it can just cause a lot of anxiety for the child.
My goal when they're in our home is to create as stable of environment as you can, routine.
But for Culver, that relationship is only temporary.
The department, along with foster families, our goal is to reunify that child with their family successfully and safely.
This is one of many rooms where the Department of Social Services facilitates family visits, and they supervise these visits with the help of a two-way mirror. But Culver admits giving the child back can be difficult.
My heart gets so involved and you fall completely in love with these children that I need to hear over and over, reunification is the goal.
The need for foster parents in South Dakota is critical, and so far, Culver has been doing more than her share.
That's what it's about, is giving these kids that come with no hope. You're giving them hope.
If I were a cow, I would leap up high and jump right over the moon.
You're able to love on them, give them a future. And, I think that is the greatest thing that you can ever do.
This little boy is helping kids pay medical bills, one pop tab at a time. We head to Spearfish to find out why in this week's Be the Change. Earlier this week, 7-year-old Grayson Chapeau and his mom Chelsea dropped off 867 pounds worth of pull tabs to the Ronald McDonald's house in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Why do you collect these pop tabs, buddy? Well, some kids are very, very sick, so kids can stay at the Ronald McDonald house for free, and because usually at hotels it costs a lot of money.
When Grayson was only 4 years old, he was diagnosed with astrocytoma, a cancer-spreading tumor that doctors said was inoperable.
It crushes you. The child may be carrying the cancer in his body at the time, but really you're carrying it in your heart because it's your child.
But despite his own hardships, Grayson thought about the needs of other kids and wanted to help them afford a place to stay while they undergo their own medical treatments.
Helping others is more than helping yourself. God says in the Bible, you should help others and yourself.
Grayson sees himself as a normal kid, but Chelsea calls him her superhero because of his selflessness.
That's what a superhero does. They think of others and they help others.
Chelsea says Grayson's tumor has not grown in 2.5 years, but they do make the 9-hour drive to Minneapolis every 3 months for MRI and CT scans to check on it. Grayson's next goal is to donate 1,000 pounds worth of pop tabs. If you'd like to follow his journey and help him reach his goal, visit his Facebook page at Prayers for Grayson Chapeau. Are you keeping tabs on a great Be the Change candidate? If you are, send me their contact information to Katrina L at blackhillsfox.com. Fires around Rapid City intentionally started, many of them at schools, parks, and fields. Within the last 4 months, Rapid City Fire Department believes as many as 30 fires were set on purpose. This scorched grass at Dinosaur Park is one of many locations fire officials suspect was intentionally caused by humans.
Just given their locations, they're probably different people, different groups of people. Most likely, the fires are started by children, middle school students, elementary students. So we're very concerned that they might start a fire closer to home. We have had fatalities in Rapid City from fires started by kids before.
But these intentional fires are not always labeled as arson. They could just be reckless burning when someone intentionally starts a fire, but they didn't mean for it to get out of control.
By the time we see them, the ones we've seen over the last few years, this hasn't been their first, second, or even third fire. Most kids have started several fires before the parents seek help or before they're arrested for reckless burning.
Colby says starting a fire can be a symptom of something else that's wrong. The child could have a cognitive disability or going through distress.
We really need the community's help. The community's paying for the taxes to fight these fires. The community is having to pay for what is damaged. We can all help these kids to make sure that the fires don't continue, that we can get them the help they need as soon as possible.
Reporting in Rapid City, I'm Katrina Lim, Black Hills Fox News.